Hello everyone, welcome to People's Voice. Today we have a special guest. It's like the mind is just like a muscles. The more you exercise, the stronger it gets and the more it will expand. And that's exactly what we are going to learn today, or maybe we get some information about it where we will learn the programming of the human brain nerves and in its own language definitely, and our guest is going to explain how our human brain works and what is the language in which we communicate with our own brain. In just few minutes we will going to have him and we'll have more discussion on this topic. So let's see who all are here. But before that, let me tell you that I am getting your comments, your messages. I am reading all of them, and we are trying to inculcate how much we can. And if you have any other topics in your mind which you think we can share, we can talk about, then definitely do let us know. We are taking care of your request. Mm-hmm. Let me just check if he is here. Nope, he is not here yet. But no worries, we still have 5 minutes to go. So it's alright. And I hope you all are doing great in Ramadan. Ramadan is almost towards the end. I think 3 or 4 days are left to go. And also, some of them messaged me, and one of the speakers messaged me his message. Soon I'm going to post on my Instagram. They are liking it, and they are in a way saying that it is helping a layman in my small way. And I feel that if someone said that, then my mission, my intention of having this session, it's fulfilled. Thank you so much. And our guest is here. Let me just invite him. I think, yes, he is joining. Waiting for him to accept. Hi, Crawford.
Hi, Nathima. How are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm fine.
Crawford, I think your camera is horizontal. You need to tilt it.
Tilted. Okay. 1 minute. I'm not that good at
Okay, you
technology.
all. Yeah, now it's much better. If you can bring it little
One minute.
down, so little down.
Just give me.
No problem.
I'll have to hold it. It might fall. Yeah.
Problem. That's okay. So how you
Um,
doing?
great. I'm doing fine. Wonderfully well.
Mm-hmm. How's life? How's work going during Ramadan?
Everything is locked down, but I'm keeping myself busy through webinars and workshops. I'm totally
Mm-hmm.
busy. Right up.
That I can see. Yesterday I attended your webinar too, and I saw so many people and how it helped. I heard
Hmm.
all the feedbacks from guests. I was like, this is something really good, and in a way you are helping people in their personal life to make it better, to make it more happier. So it's a very
Feeling
good
blessed.
job. Yeah, yeah.
Feeling blessed.
It's a yeah, definitely. A
Hmm.
few guests are started coming in. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in. We have 2 to 3 minutes more to go, and then we'll start. Hi, Iman. Hi, Sibris. Hope you all are doing well. Thank you for joining in. I have got so many requests asking about you, what it's going to about NLP, and I am expecting good viewers today. They are
Okay.
quite curious to know that I have given them already brief what it's all about. I was like, if you know more, because I'm not the right person to talk about it. You are the one. So I have invited my friends who are interested in this topic.
Hmm.
Imani,
Great.
hi. she was one of the speaker day before yesterday. I believe you know her, Iman from Delusion.
Yeah, I heard and I sent a message to her. It was amazing. I seen her
Yeah.
speaking and she gave tips and all really well.
Uh-huh.
She did it very well.
Hi, bad photo. Thank you for joining in and seeing you every day in all my sessions. Thank you. So it's exact 7:30. So let's start. Let me.
Okay.
Crawford Wilson D'Souza. He is a certified NLP practitioner from the New York NLP Center, a motivational speaker and life coach, a QCI certified yoga trainer, and author of the book titled Life Management with Colors of Life. He is the director of Lemonade International Company, the company which markets the famous community web portal in Kuwait, Indians in Kuwait. Crawford D'Souza, welcome to People's Voice.
My pleasure.
Crawford, at the onset, let me ask you a bit about your profession, what you do as NLP practitioner and how it works for people.
As an NLP practitioner, I use it as a coaching tool. So I coach people to help them improve their life, to achieve their goals, set their goals, achieve them, and different areas of your life, how to balance their life and work with their life and get off all the negative patterns of their life and make it more positive. So NLP is all about that. So
Okay.
I help them with that.
Okay. And NLP full form is Neuro-linguistic programming. Am I right?
Yes, and NLP is Neuro-linguistic programming. Yeah.
And neuro, I was doing my bit research on that. So let me just clarify that. Neuro means nerves, linguistic means language, and program means how to program it.
Yes. There are a lot of lingos in that. Let me clarify this. If you want to know what is NLP and elaborate, when we speak about neuro, when we talk about neuro, is like how you perceive your world through your neurons, and you create an internal experience about it. Okay, about this event, whatever you're perceiving, and usually we perceive our life through our senses. It's like sight, sound, touch, smell, and taste. So when we are doing that, we are creating an internal experience, and this is how the events get registered in our minds, and they get stored there. And basically, they get stored in the subconscious mind. I hope you all know that there are two minds: conscious mind and subconscious mind. For those who don't know, this would be something revealing. Okay, so that they get stored there. Okay, and after that, we are talking about neuro-linguistic. Now, when you perceive things and you perceive those things, now this transforms into language, and this language is of two kinds. Basically, they are the languages of verbal and physical. So anytime when you perceive a thing at any given point, it creates a state in your mind, and this state determines how do you communicate it. Okay, how do you communicate that your physiology through your physiology. So like for example, how does your blood pressure goes high or low? How do you breathe faster, lower? How do your skin color changes? How your shoulders droop? Okay, let's take a classic example. Like if you see a tiger, when you see a tiger, your perception about the tiger, what belief and conditioning, according to this, there'll be a fright or flight mode. Okay, so that's about how your body language. So it creates a communication. Your perception determines your communication. And the final one is programming. So when we talk about programming, it is basically there are certain behaviors which create a pattern. Okay, and some behaviors create negative pattern. Okay, and most of these negative patterns are not useful to us, like anger, stress, anxiety, like what is happening in the current situation. These are not useful to us. But ironically, we have not made a conscious effort to do that. You want to be happy, you get depressed. Okay, you didn't go for classes or anything. That is happening all subconsciously. So we are creating these kind of negative patterns, and they are not useful to us. And most of our decisions in our life, in different areas of our life, we are taking just with these patterns, because of these patterns related to health, our finances, our relationship, and we are spoiling them. So we need to, this programming, what is happening with these patterns is taking us backward in life. They are taking backward. So we need to get rid of it. And NLP is one of the best tools to get rid of this and create positive patterns. Okay. Metaphorically speaking, if you tell me what is NLP, NLP is a manual for our mind. You know.
Mind.
So
Yeah.
we come without manual. So for our mind, NLP is a manual. So let's put it like that. NLP is a manual for our mind. Yeah.
That is the easiest way to understand NLP, that the manual for our mind. You are also a life coach. So I would like to know, your clients are from mainly which field and how NLP helps them.
Speaking about client, as I told you, it's a manual for a mind. So any
Yes.
person who has mind, any living being walking with 2 feet is a prospective client. So they are from different walks of life. Call it student, call it CEO of the company, executive, housewife, name them. Anyone is a client. Okay. So how do we look at it is there's a presupposition in NLP which says that human beings are perfect. Okay. So we are all perfect. We are born perfect. There's nothing wrong with us. It's if you feel the clients who feel they are imperfect, we as an NLP practitioner, we basically change their perception about it. That how they are perfect, that imperfection rooming out and taking them in the right direction to achieve their goals and live a happy and successful life. This is how we work with our clients. That is how we work with our clients.
Okay, all right. So it means from A to Z, everyone under the sun, if they are human being, are your client, maybe your potential client,
Potential
right?
clients, each one of them.
Each one of them, great. And what kind of techniques, Crawford, you use in NLP? If you can brief us on that.
Okay. I wouldn't like to use technical jargons because it will be out of reach for people to understand. So to be more on a layman's language, I would like to say that we do basically programming of the mind. Okay. We do reprogramming of the mind. Your mind is programmed with certain belief system and conditioning from childhood. Like the example which I said, like the tiger, when you see, you get fright of flight because the belief is there. The tiger is ferocious, isn't it? You have been reading from book. You never confronted a tiger, but it is a belief that it's a ferocious. You have read it through a book, but you get that fright because of that belief system. You have created that conditioning. You have created over a period of time. But a 2-year-old child, if he faces a tiger, do you think he'll get frightened? He might pat the tiger, thinking it's a cat. Okay, so nobody created that belief or conditioning in him. Okay, that's if you understand that, it's clear. So when you are creating this kind of belief system, this belief system needs to be removed of which are wrong. So that is what NLP helps us to get out to work on the clients in this area. So we are removing those belief system from the client, and we are using different techniques. So the programming of the mind, when we talk about, so there is the past, there's the present and future. So we repair the past. We call it in layman's term, we repair the past, we prepare the future, and in the present, we redefine the present, we improve the present. Okay. So that is how we use these tools, NLP tools, to get improve people's lives.
So you mean you first study what mindset of your client is, and accordingly you try to remove that unnecessarily beliefs which they are which made home in their mind. Am I right?
Yes. Like yesterday, you attended my seminar. You seen that?
Yes.
People didn't know I was using an NLP tool. I was getting them all these fears out of their mind, which is for the present current situation. I helped so many people. I got reviews that they got the fear out of their mind, and they never knew that I had used the NLP technique.
Yes, yeah. You are talking completely layman for 1.5 hours, and I have seen the change on their feedback. They said that they are feeling more confident to face the fears right now. They feel that they didn't have any fear. It was just a misconception in their mind. So it was wonderful to hear transition just in 1.5 hours. So what you are doing, has to you, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
Wilson, I would also like to ask you, when an individual think that, okay, now in this phase of our life, we need NLP practitioner. What do you think? When is the point one needs to consult NLP practitioner? When is the realization they have?
Let me put it other way. How NLP helps people, then people can identify that by where they will need it. Okay.
Okay.
NLP helps people to get rid of their trauma and their phobia. Okay. NLP helps them to get rid of their bad past. Okay. Clear their bad past, whatever they have negative past. NLP helps them to get rid of their habits, which they don't know. Those all bad habits. It gets them to rid of that. Then NLP help them to image their self-image to improve. Okay, NLP help them to create a bright future for themselves. To look at the future is hopeful. There is bright future that is there. Then their self-image, as I mentioned, and NLP also help them to build their belief system, among all the other things. Now, if anybody needs this, NLP is there for them.
That's great. I'm sure our viewers are getting a better idea about NLP and when they need to use it and how and to whom they need to approach. Now, I think they are quite clear on that. With that, I also want to know this problem, especially in this current time, people are coming across quite often. In COVID-19 situation, people being home, getting depressed, getting frustrated, and they don't realize that they are acting in this way, that they are depressed, they are frustrated. So do you think NLP, neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, can help in a way to the victim of depressed people?
Of course, it can help in immensely. Basically, depression is a negative pattern. It's a negative emotion. It's a negative pattern. So I can basically go to a depressed person and learn how to get depressed. If I ask him that how he's living his life, and I can get that same pattern if you follow. NLP is basically modeling. So we have to make him aware as a NLP practitioner, life coach. I make him aware that what is the negative pattern and how can he change to the positive pattern through the various tools of NLP. So most of our diseases, forget forget depression. If you talk about any diseases, modern day diseases are all due to negative emotions. These are called psychosomatic diseases. Psycho means mind, soma means body. And people are taking medicines only for body. They're not taking for mind. And NLP serves as that mind. As I told you, it's a manual for mind. So once you become aware about these negative emotions and you get rid of them, and you replace it. You program your mind with this negative, remove off these negative emotions which are installed into your mind. I am using computer lingo because that is how people understand. So your mind is like a computer, your subconscious mind. So these all negative programs have been installed by the surroundings. Okay, you need to get those negative programs out, and once you get them and replace with the positive programs, things start changing into your life. So that is what depression requires. Basically, is to show them that yesterday many people told me that they were into that state and they were getting out of it thanks to this one, my program, which helped them. So basically at the end of the program, what I did is I did a little bit of programming. And the beauty of NLP is within 5 to 10 minutes, you can get your negative image out, that which is stored in your subconscious mind, which I called as that dead rat. Those are stored in the mind, so we can get that out. That is the beauty of NLP.
I just got one question from the viewers in the beginning. They were asking, in NLP, is meditation, yoga is a small part of NLP, or we are just inculcating in that because of the modern requirement of people's requirement, because they are not resting their mind in this fast-paced life?
Frankly speaking, when I did my NLP and I did my yoga practitioner, I came to know that this is a rebranded version of yoga, which has been taught us from 5,000 years. So I teach yoga also. So we are working on mind. In yoga is also basically about mind. You're working on mind. And NLP is also teaching you to work on mind. But we have been taught by 5,000 years. It's a more holistic approach. Okay. The Western world has repackaged it and is putting to us. But yoga is more, if you are into yoga, the meditation part of it is about your programming your mind to the positive state. And yesterday I mentioned in my seminar, the last approach, which I mentioned to change your belief system, is one of the ways you can do it is used through meditation. So meditation makes your mind calm and I think so. You should know the method, basically get aware about all these things. Knowledge, learning about it and applying it is more important. So as an NLP coach, I use all these techniques as a yoga trainer, as an NLP practitioner, everything to make your mind positive. That's what I
Oh,
work on. So that UUS question, I hope it's answered for him. That meditation also helps in the same direction, in this perspective.
thank you so much. I'm sure he got his answer. In a way, meditation, yoga are correlated, if I can say, NLP. These three are
Yeah,
kind of correlated because it is connected to the mind.
yes, all are connected to the mind, so that they are basically all working on the mind only. One same product.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Crawford. It's been like I didn't realize we have almost towards the end, but before you leave, I have a very important question, and I am asking this question to mostly all my speakers. That is, we are living in an uncertain times where people from all walk of life have been tremendously affected due to COVID-19 pandemic. I would like to know, and we would like to know how it has impacted your professional life.
If you look at from people's perspective, from a general perspective, it's affected just like any other business. Ours is affected. As you know, I'm director of Indians in Kuwait, and we are into a lot into events. And I was into training, and I was doing offline training. But only thing what we need to change is the perspective. Okay, now from the time that this thing has happened, I've gone online. Now my platform before was just Kuwait. Now it's become world. I get clients all over the world, from US, from Canada, from Singapore, from China, everywhere. People are there from India, the various parts of India. So my platform is grown. So I changed my perspective. I was also previously not online, not a tech-savvy person, but I changed it. So you have to change your direction. It's there in every country, every situation. Everybody is facing the same problem. The people who are going to thrive in this situation are the ones who change their perspective, and they bring about the change. Usually, we wait for something to happen to change. We have options. Always options are there, but we only change when there is no option. And the time has come. There is no option now, so we have to change. So without that, there will nothing. There nothing going to happen. So don't sit back and crib and cry, but look for opportunities. There are there. If you crib and cry, your tears will be rolling down your eyes, and you will not be able to see opportunities around you. So just look for those opportunities and live happy and successful life. And
Very
please
well.
do attend my webinar where I send this message, which are happening
True.
every Wednesday. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Thank you so much, Crawford. Very well said. What you said, it's always better to adapt the change and go with the flow, and then the positivity will attract to you naturally, as you said.
Yes. It's a matter of attitude. Change your attitude. If we have
Change.
time, let me put it in this way. Let me just
Yeah,
put things in this perspective. This is the last message which I would like to give. The
please.
perspective is in this way is just imagine. Let's take an analogy from life. If you're taking a teaspoon of salt, and if you're putting in a glass of water, how it will taste? Salty, isn't it? But if you put the same teaspoon in the bucket, how it will taste? Less salty. But if you put in a lake, it will it will not
It
have
will,
any effect. If you have the attitude of a lake, if you have attitude of a lake, then any of the negative experiences will never be affect you. Okay, you will learn from it. Like most of the successful people do it, they learn from it. It's as a feedback. It's an experience. Learn and move forward. So now current situation is the same. Learning, learning. Go online, start learning, attend webinars, attend free sessions. You are doing a wonderful job. You brought about a change, Natima. I commend you for that. This is what we have to do, and make our life more positive and change the environment around you with your talents, whatever God has gifted you. You are gifted. God has gifted you a talent. That's a gift from Him to you. And what you do with that talent is your gift back to Him. Now is the time to introspect and work on it and give it back to Him.
Thank you so much, Crawford. Talking to you, I feel so optimistic about life. People who complain, I think they should attend your webinar. It will be definitely a changing moment for them after attending your webinar. Thank you so much for giving your precious time and spreading positivity in a small way through this public people's voice session. Thank you so much for your time, Crawford.
My pleasure, Natima. Thanks for giving me that opportunity to reach out and touch so many souls. It's my pleasure. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you. So that was
So that was Crawford Wilson, and he spoke so well. I'm sure you all got inspired by him, and definitely try in your small way to spread positivity and try to program your brain in a way that it follows what you want to do, not what other wants to do. With that, I believe you enjoy the session. You learn something new from this session. Do put your comments, send your suggestion, recommendation for future topics, and I'll wait for your message. Take care, stay safe, stay home. Good night. Bye bye.